Hello to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It depends on where you're watching me from. It's another edition with Classroom Tips with Linda. I share classroom ideas such as classroom decoration ideas, classroom warm up tips, classroom tutorials, anything around the classroom, just contact me. I will help you. I will help you. I've been helping with these special tips. I've been sharing these tips so it can help all the teachers out there, the parents, and the students. So anything you doubt around the classroom, you can check me. I will help you. I will be of great help to you. I've come up today with another special topic that I want us to look into, which is all about back to school. It's all about back to school. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming this morning, this afternoon, this evening to join me, to share with me, to listen to me, and to participate in this great discussion. Our topic for today is so interesting and very important. I would love us all to have a share of this because I know it will help us along way. It is really going to help us. I've come up with some points on how you can prepare your kids for back to school. It's back to school time. Welcome all, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. You will really doubt why I have to talk about back to school. We've noticed that most parents are never prepared. Most parents are not always prepared when it's September or when it's back to school. We have noticed this and we have been making these errors. Parents have been making these errors. They've been forgetting to prepare their children or to prepare themselves for back to school. It's really funny that holidays started just some few days ago, and today we are talking about back to school. How fast the time is running. How fast the time is running. Just some few months ago, some few weeks ago, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And may I know who just joined? Can you drop a comment so I know who just joined? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Yes, I was just saying that it is funny that just some few weeks ago we were talking on holiday matters. We just went on holidays and today we are already talking about back to school. Is that how time flies? We are already back here. to talk about back to school. It has really been a very brief and short holiday to me. To me, the holiday was too short. I don't know about you, but to me, it was very, very short. And today we are here to talk about back to school. How can we prepare ourselves, or how can we prepare the children for back to school? How do we prepare them? What have we put in place to make sure their back to school is a great one? To make sure before they go back to school, they are ready, they are prepared, and everything is put in place to run through the academic year. What have we done? What I will have to propose firstly is for you to come up with a calendar. You can make a calendar. You can have your monthly calendar up. We are in the month of August. We have just 1 month to back to school. Put up a calendar. Put up a calendar. Now, on each day, let them tick the calendar days. Let them tick the days passing. As the days are passing, they should keep ticking and they should be able to know how many days are left for school to resume. They should keep ticking the calendar, keep ticking, and make sure they know how many days are left for them to resume school. Yes, they are supposed to keep ticking the calendar and to know how many days are left for school. They should know. If they don't know the days that are left for them to start school, they might not take it serious. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Can you drop a comment, please? May I know who has just joined? It's all about back to school. It's all about back to school. Are you ready for back to school? Are your kids prepared for back to school? What have you arranged for them? What have you put in place to make sure the back to school is best for them? Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming. It's all about back to school. First, you have to have a calendar, so that each time they tick the days passing. When the days are passing, they should be able to tick and know the number of days that are left for them to return to school. They need to know these days so that they will be serious in their preparation. They will have to know that we need to be ready because the days are fast approaching. Let them have that calendar and the tick daily, daily. Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's all about back to school. It's all about back to school. It's all about back to school. So we have to have a calendar that each day they will be able to tick the days. As the days are passing, they should be able. Sister Winnie, thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Winnie. Thank you for joining. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you. It's all about back to school. Just some few weeks ago, we were talking about holidays. It's funny that today we are talking about back to school. It's really funny. So holidays have quickly passed and we are already talking about back to school. Now, how prepared are we for the back to school? I came up with some points here to share so we can use to prepare our back to school well. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you. I came up with some topics. Money Move for Records TV. Money Move, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining this morning. Thank you so much. It's all about back to school this morning. Back to school. I've just proposed we start with a calendar. We should have a calendar and put it up. We are in the month of August. We are in the month of August. So it is right for us to put up a calendar. Let us put a calendar, and each day we make the children tick the days as the days are passing. They should be able to know how many days are left for schools to resume. Because we are preparing them for back to school, they need to be prepared psychologically, physically, materially. So we have to prepare them. First of all, let's put up this calendar, and each day they tick the calendar and make sure they know the number of days that are left or the number of, because they need to know that the school is fast approaching. How many days are left for me to prepare myself? So they will be able to schedule their program, schedule the activities that they have before that period to make sure they catch up with those days that are left. Thank you, Nabumba Maimuna. Maimuna, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for thumbs up. It's back to school time, Maimuna. Back to school. Have you prepared your children for back to school? No problem. I understand you, Maimuna. It's your working time. I'm at the background. No problem. No problem. Thank you for thumb up. So it's all about back to school. Now, our second point, let's talk about bedtime routine. Bedtime routine. You need to start making them used to the bedtime routine, to the daily routines. During holidays, they used to wake up late, maybe 8:30, 9. But this time around, we are preparing them to be ready for back to school. And during school periods, they wake up earlier than this time in holidays. For that reason, we have to start preparing them now. We have to start making them used to the time that they will be waking up during school time. When it's school time, they will have another time they will be getting up from sleep. And if you don't start making them used to that period, to that time, to that hour of the morning to wake up, it will be difficult for them to catch up during school time, during their back to school time. So make them to be used to back to school, to those hours right now. If your children are getting up during this holiday at 9, at 8 a.m., start training them to get up at the hour that they will be waking up during the school time. It will depend on every parent because the children attend different schools. Some schools open at 9 a.m., some at 10 a.m., some at 8 a.m., and some at 7 a.m. Now start making your children used to that hour, the school time, depending on their own school, they should be used to that period, to those hours. Yes, start training them to be used to those hours. Yeah, it's all about back to school. Now, what about back to school shopping? What about back to school shopping? It's time. It's time for us to begin shopping. This is August. We have just 1 month left, let's say less than 1 month, for schools to resume. I think by now, our parents should be maybe halfway gone with shopping because at this period, things are really expensive at the market. If you don't start early, you might buy so expensive when it's close to school time. So I am advising that we start our shopping right away. Let's begin shopping right away. Let's begin preparing the items right away. If not, we will be cut off with time. So it's all about back to school preparation. What do you think? What have you planned already? And what do you think it's good for us parents to plan during this period, to put in place to prepare our children for back to school? Is your calendar ready? Have you started your shopping? Have you started programming their their routines for their bedtime routines, their daily routines? Make sure they wake up at the time that they will always get up during the school period. Thank you for joining. During the school period, at what time are they supposed to get up? Thank you, Sister Winnie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Abimringeche, you're welcome. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Winnie. Thank you, Maimuna. Thank you. Thank you. It's all about back to school. Thank you, Money Move Record. Thank you so much. This morning we are looking at back to school. Back to school. How come just 2 weeks ago we were talking on holidays? We were talking on how our holidays are. And just today we are already talking about back to school. It's strange. If we don't begin so early, we might be late. We might be late. Have we prepared them for back to school? Now, how do we prepare them for this back to school? How are we going to prepare them? If you just join now, I mentioned up that you need to have a calendar. We are in the month of August. You need to put up a calendar, and on daily basis, you make them tick the days as the days are passing by. Afuchi Candida, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining this morning. Thank you. It's all about back to school. Give me a thumb up if you haven't. Thumb up if you haven't. It's all about back to school. We are preparing our children to begin school in less than 3 weeks, in less than a month. How are we preparing them? You put up a calendar, as I've just said, put up a calendar the month of August. Each day, let them tick the days as the days are passing. Give this task to the children and you follow it up. As the days are passing, let them be ticking, and they should be able to know the number of this number of days that are left before school resume. They should know these days so that they will be able to partition their plans before school. They should be able to program themselves before school begins. Secondly, you have to go in for shopping immediately if you haven't started. Normally, most parents begin their shopping in the month of July so that at this period there won't be so much congestion, because during this period there is always some congestion at the market. Things are expensive, and for this reason it's better for you to begin your shopping earlier. Begin your shopping so early enough so you'll be able to catch up and you don't have any rush at the market. Most of the times you reach the market when it's already late, and you just start buying anything you can because you're catching up with time. Of which if you had programmed yourself and started earlier, then you will not find these difficulties at the market. I am today trying to give us these ideas on how we will catch up this time. We have also talked on bedtime routines. Bedtime routines. If you know your children were waking up, were getting up at 10 a.m. this holiday, let them try practicing to get up earlier. They should practice the times they will be using during back to school, during the school period. If you know Ovife Hair Bundles. You're welcome, sister. You're welcome, Ovife Hair Bundles. She's saying hello to everyone. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you so much. Thank you for thumb up, guys. Thank you so much. So if your kids are getting up this holiday at 10 a.m., you should know that they are making an error at this time. Correct that error and let them begin practicing immediately. Thank you, my dear, for thumbs up. Thank you so much. They should start practicing immediately. If you know their school begins at 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, depending on the school times, let them practice getting up early enough. From this period, from this time, they should start practicing that. Now, let's talk about preparing their lunch boxes. This goes to everybody. Thank you, thank you. It's a very interesting topic, I must tell you. It is so interesting and so useful. Let's talk about lunch boxes, especially for the kindergartens, the young learners, the elementary, those students at elementary level. Have we prepared them a good lunch box? Go in for a good lunch box. Do not mix their books with their food. Do not put food in a container and put in their bag where their books are, in the same position where their books are. Go in for a good lunch box. Now, when you look at this lunch box, also look for a nice dish that can go into this box. This dish should be partitioned. It's very important. You can get a dish that is maybe partitioned in three or into two or into three. You will know that there will be a section for maybe snacks, another section for fruits, you see, another section for other small items, so as to make the food balanced. Let the diet be a bit balanced. You can put some egg here, plantain this way, and some fruit or vegetables this way. Try to buy those kind of dishes that are partitioned in sections. Those dishes are very good. They are helpful. There are sometimes you want to provide to uh, put food in the bag. You see that if it's rice and some soup, you find yourself mixing the rice and the soup. They don't enjoy it that way. Try to separate the rice, the fish or the meat and the soup in the other section. Those are good lunch boxes you can look for and provide for your children, especially those kindergartens, those young learners. Another great point is for you to find a go to school friend. Who is a go to school friend? A go to school friend is someone a child that you have really studied for a long time. Rose Ehujo, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. A back to school or a go to school friend is a child you've studied for a long time. You have admired the child character, you've admired the family, and you see that if you make your child a friend to that child, they will make a good pair. A back to school friend is a child that is so, let's say, morally brought up. You, as a parent, you will need to know your child's friend. Now, during this period, you have to start looking for that go to school friend. The one who they will always go to school together and come back together. It's never good for the child to be isolated. The child should not be alone because the child can't have everything, the child can't know everything. He must have a back to school or a go to school friend, someone they can discuss and understand each other, someone they can move foot to school or they can come back together. Children always like making friends. And to be On the safe side, it's sometimes best for you, the parent, to look for the friend for your child. You can search for the friend because you are the parent and you've studied these children around. You know those children who are good, who are well brought up. You know those children who are coming from those bad families. You will not like your child to move with those kind of children. You will want your child to move with those children who are morally brought up, those children who are sharp, who are open, they are well respectful in the society. So you can start bringing them closer, telling your child, this is your schoolmate, she goes to the same school with you. Her name is this. She likes this. She loves mathematics. Do you love mathematics too? I would love the two of you to make a very good friend, to make a good relationship. I would love the two of you to be great children at school. You are looking for a go to school friend already. You can choose a go to school friend for your child. That is to be on the safe side. Time out with family, time out, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. She's saying hi to everyone. Rose Erujo is also saying hello to everyone. Thank you so much. Time out with family. Thank you so much too. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's just a widow's mic. You're welcome. Thank you for thumbs up. God bless you. Thank you for coming and thank you for thumbs up. It's all about back to school. Share and thumb up done. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. It's all about back to school. You can look for a go to school friend for your child. If your child is going to school, look for someone, look for someone who can make a good friend with your child. It will be on the safe side if you, the parent, make that decision. Even though children also have their own choices, if you finally see that the child has made her choice, you don't have any choice to stop that choice because she made that choice from within, from her heart. Now, the only thing you can help to do is to mold it, is to fix it, is to make sure that the choice that she has made is a good one. Now, if it's a bad choice, you can intervene and help. You can intervene and arrange to make it better. Yeah, because not all children are well brought up. If you see that your child has finally gotten a friend, a go to school friend, and this one is so unfortunate that it's not morally brought up like your own child, you can help that child. You can help that child, bring up that child morally, make that child come closer to your own child who is morally brought up, and then that child can also gain some values and some morals from your child and from you. You have also saved a soul. You have also helped a child. They are just innocent children. Host, I just woke up. I need to fix some things. Came okay to share for others to come in. Thank you, time out. Thank you so much. I have no problem with that. I really appreciate you. I thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. You look beautiful. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh, my dear, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, time out. Thank you so much. You can have your rest. You can go back to work. You can go back to work. I really enjoy you coming in. I really appreciate you coming this morning. Thank you so much. It's all about back to school, guys. Show them that you think about them. Add a note to their package. Now we are preparing for back to school. We are buying materials. Yeah, thank you for love. We are buying materials. We are buying their school needs. We are buying everything. Okay, time out, time out. I hear you. Okay, thank you. We are buying their school needs. we are preparing them. When we buy and we want to present to them, let us mind the way we are presenting to them. Let us give them with some love. Attach a note, attach an attractive or a beautiful note on the package you've bought or on the materials you've bought. Let's say their lunch box, you just write a short and a beautiful note and you attach to it. You attach to it and you say, enjoy your meal, my daughter, my son, I love you. Mommy bought this dish for you. I love you. They will be so happy because they like appreciation. They will be motivated too. They will be motivated to work, to go to school with some smiling face. They will be happy to go to school smiling because you give them with some love. So they will also receive with some love. They will receive with some love. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. And thank you for Tom Upton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, okay, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, thank you so much. So when you attach a little note on anything you want to hand to them, they will be motivated, they will be encouraged, they will feel loved. Make them know that you love them. Make them know that you care about them. They are beginning school, yes. They are starting school. Make them have some morals, they should be excited from reading right from inside to go and begin school. Because when you attach the short message, I love you, my child, I love you so much. You're wonderful. I wish you the best. Good luck. Good luck in your studies. You're motivating them. You're making them know that you care about them. They will be so happy and pleased with you. They will be so pleased. They will be so happy. Okay, make the unknown environment more familiar. That is another point. Another point. You need to make the unknown environment more familiar. Some of them are going to school for the first time. Some of them are they're changing their schools. Some of them will still maintain their previous schools. But the environments have changed. The environments are not same the way they left before holiday. Maybe they've painted, they've cleared the environment, they've renovated the buildings. You need to make them become used to that environment. Take them there once in a while. Let them go visit the new school. Let them go visit the new environment they will be learning. You see, especially those young learners, those babies, take them to their school site right now. This month of August, they should be visiting their new environment at all times. They should be going to school at all times, greeting the office, saying hi to the teachers who are around. Sometimes some parents even prefer to enroll them in the holiday classes or in the summer school, the holiday classes. Depending on how you call it, some people call it summer school, some call it holiday classes. It's all about holiday school. So during this period of August, some parents always enroll their children in the holiday classes. This is just to make them already prepare themselves for back to school. You're preparing them to know that this is where they'll continue study. They will continue with their studies in this environment. So they need to be used to the environment. They need to be used to the people around that environment, used to the classrooms, used to the administration, and let them make the administration their friend. Take them to the offices, let them greet the administrators. Thank you, Mom Enoch. Thank you. Greetings, and to all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining this morning. It's all about back to school. Yeah, time out with family just took a permission. Time out with family just took a permission. She has something doing right now, so she might not respond you fast. She might be at the background. So before you came, we are on back to school. Holiday is over. Ooh, Mom, Anna, don't make me laugh. Which one is fluent English? I don't understand. Oh my goodness. I don't understand. Which one is fluent English, my dear? Which? Wait. Just train this thing. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for compliment. Thank you so much for thumb up. It's all about back to school. Have you prepared your children for back to school this year? Have you made them know that school, the one you always speak? Okay. Thank you, Mom Enoch. Thank you. The one I always speak. I also enjoy the one you speak. Yours is even better than mine. Yes, I enjoy the one you speak too. Yours is better than mine. I wish I could have your own tongue too. Yeah. So if you were a teacher, oh, you would have been, let me say, perfect, the best. Because you are also so good. You are just good. Yeah, so thank you so much, Mom Enoch. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's the truth. It's the truth. Meaning that if you get to the classroom just for 1 year, or you will you will make it in flying colors. You will wrap it. You will wrap it. You will wrap it. We have been in it for so many years and we are still struggling with the English language. So, and you are not in the classroom and you are doing better, meaning that if you get to the classroom for just 1 year, or you're gone, you will do it. You'll be so good in fluency. Thank you so much for compliment. Thank you so much. It's all about back to school, my dear. You see, my voice is gone. It's gone. Too much shouting in the classroom. Gee, glorious kids. Thank you. Faith Variety Space. Hello, host, you're welcome. Thank you, G Glorious. Thank you, Mom Enoch. Thank you, Faith Varieties. Thank you all guys for joining me this morning. I don't know your time, but it's morning here. You're welcome. Okay, thank you. It's morning here. Thank you for thumb up. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing too. Thank you. It's all about back to school. Back to school. Have you prepared them? Are they ready? I have so many points here to share with you on back to school. We have been sharing some points before you came in, and I was at this point that you have to make your children be used to that unknown environment. They are going to begin a new school. Some are going to school for their first time. Some are going to change their school to go to a new school. Some will maintain their schools. But now, even if they are to maintain the school, maybe there are some renovations going on during this holiday, and they need to go discover those renovations. They need to go there and see what has been happening around their school when they were absent, when they were on holiday. It's Sue, you're welcome. Thank you, it's Sue. It's Sue, you're welcome. They should go and be used to the environment. They should be used to the administrators. They should be used to the whole environment, the teachers. Some parents even prefer to enroll them in the holiday classes. Sister Winnie, thank you. Thank you for being there up to this time. Thank you, Sis Winnie. Thank you, thank you. Some prefer Some prefer to enroll their children in the holiday classes. Do you know why they always enroll these children in the holiday classes? Their intention is to make the children to be used to the environment. It's not just for them to go and study, because the holiday classes is not just for studies, it's for relaxation, it's for it's just most parents do not have enough time to stay with these children at home, so they still enroll them in the holiday classes so they can pass some time. Some also see that it is a way for their children to be used to the environment. Let's talk about those 2 years old children, 3 years, 4 years, 5 and 6 years. Those are the children who always complicate a lot when it comes to back to school. They complicate, they cry a lot. Now you have to make them to be used to that environment, because they should take the school as their home. Thank you. They should take the school as their home. If they are not used to the school environment, if they are not used to seeing this place on daily basis, to take it as their second home, it might disturb them when it's resumption. When they start going there now, you are making them know that that is another home you have for them. That is a new home for them. They are meeting new parents too. They are meeting the teachers, and those teachers are their new parents. You are there to introduce them to the new parents, to the parents you will be handing them over. So when you get to the school, introduce the child to all the teachers, to all the administrators. Make the child enjoy the environment. You can pass by each time, each time. We are in the month of August. No school will send you away for coming to visit the school or to enjoy the environment with your kid. They will really welcome you. So take the children to school now, so they start becoming used to the environment. They should be used to the environment. Yeah, thank you. Good morning to all. Good morning. I don't know your time, but my time is morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all. Thank you for coming. Deal with expectations. Now, during this holiday, you are planning for them to begin school, because our topic for today is all about back to school. We are preparing them to go back to school. How are they prepared? They should have some expectations. Ask each of them, what do you expect this year? What would you like this year? Would you love to be amongst the first three? Do you expect to be the first in your class this year? Ask them those questions. What do you expect? What are your expectations? What limit do you really expect this year? What is your level this year? What do you want this year at school? Would you love to be the prefect of the school? Would you love to be one of the school coordinators? Would you love to join the prefects for this year? If the child is interested, prepare the child right away. Do not wait until when it's time for campaign for prefectship that you start preparing the child. No. Prefectship should be prepared even before school begins. Because when you're going in for the post of a prefect, first of all, the students must have been seeing you in school. How have you been in the past days or past weeks before coming into to table your candidature as the school prefect? Now, let's assume that your child wants to go in for sanitation. Thank you for thumb up. Thank you. Thank you for thumb up. Thank you. Let's assume that your child is expected to become the school sanitation prefect. So you need to make that child begin school with some sanity. Make that child to begin school so neat and cute, attractive to all the students. Let all the students, the administrators start seeing that sanity, that sanitation in that child right from the first day of school. Let them buy their good, clean, white socks. I remember in those our days, back to school, I remember our clean socks, our white socks precisely, white socks, the Nike, the Adidas, all those. You have to buy for them now. If it is tennis or the sports shoe, look for the white color, white. You are preparing that child already to go in for the post of the sanitation prefect right from the first day. So that is another way you are preparing for back to school. That is back to school. So during this period, this adults, you should know their expectation. What do they expect at school this year? What do they want to become this year? Do they want to be to join the press club? Then prepare them to be able to stand and face the crowd, to be able to stand and make a speech in front of people. Yes, you're preparing them for back to school. It's very important for us parents. Back to school preparation is one of those difficult tasks for parents that we always play with. It's so important. We have just 1 month left. Now, what about childcare before and after school? Childcare. Most of us parents do not have enough time. I must say so. There are just few parents who have that time that can wake up in the morning and prepare the children to go to school, and after school receive those children and still take care of them when they get back from school. It is time for us to look for who will take care of those children if we know we will not be available during the school period. Indirectly, we are preparing them already. Thank you for sharing this important information, host. Thank you, G Glorious. Thank you so much. It is something we must share. Okay, you are at home. It was a holiday. It's holiday. It's holiday. It's the holiday. You are with them. They are taking care of themselves. They are managing the way they can. But during school period, they can't manage it the way you were doing this holiday. During holiday, it was just you can do what you want. We are not in a rush to go to somewhere. We are not in a haste. But now, when school became, we shall always be in a rush in the morning. We have to prepare them before 6. Some schools pick up children at 6 a.m. with the school buses. Now, is there somebody already ready to begin preparing them by 5 a.m., by 5:30, so that the school bus picks them at 6 a.m.? That is what we call preparation for back to school. We need to start thinking of those and putting them in place. If you know you don't have a caretaker that will do this for you, and if you know you will not be available during this period, if you will not be available to help this kid to go back to school, why not begin now and look for someone, keep at home, who will also be used to them and to your house and used to your environment, used to the activities at home. Because if you get that person when it's already back to school, that helper will be confused at that time. It will take time for the helper to catch up or to understand your house or the rules in your house. So you can get a helper now, or let's say 2 weeks to resumption, you can get a helper and start training that helper and the children on how the academic year shall run. Because Glory's reality, you're welcome, my dear. Thank you. Thank you for joining. She's greeting everyone too. Thank you. It's all about back to school. Because we mentioned up there that you should also start the bedtime routines. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you for thumbs up too. Thank you. You should also start the bedtime routines. What is bedtime routines? Bedtime routines are the time the children go to bed and the time they wake up from bed. This is holiday, they are relaxing. Some go to bed at 12 midnight, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Now, we are preparing for back to school. That is the topic. We are preparing for back to school. So we see that at this time, it's better you start training them on the times they will be using during the school period. Some students wake up so early. Their bosses come early too. Now, you know that during that period, they will be getting up from sleep at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. It is time to begin that. Begin it right away. Gift and J series, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. You're welcome. It is time for us to begin the bedtime routines. If your child is getting up at 10 a.m., it is late for you. Please correct it immediately. Let them start getting up at the 6 a.m. that you know they will be getting up during the school period. If not, during the school period, you wake them up at 6. Oh my goodness. They say, Mommy, you're disturbing. Mommy, I'm still sleeping. Mommy, I feel like sleeping. I feel like sleeping some more. So they need to be used to now. They need to be used to the bedtime routines. This holiday too, they were enjoying and they were watching films, cartoons, movies, and sleeping at 12 midnight. It's time to stop that, by dear people. It's already time to stop. I am saying this. I am a teacher. I am telling you how difficult it will look like if you don't begin so early. Some parents have been making these mistakes. It is very good for us to it's not late. We can correct our mistakes. We are human. We are not God. We are human. We can make mistakes. But let us correct the mistakes immediately if we have been making them. They have been going to bed at 10 p.m. Please adjust their program. Let them start going to bed at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is good for them. 9 p.m. latest, they should be at they should be in bed, sleeping, resting, having that good rest, so that if you also wake them up at 5 a.m., they must have had a good sleep, a good rest. Because normally these children are supposed to have at least 8 hours of rest, at least 8 hours of rest a day, 8 hours of rest at least. So when they go to bed at 12 midnight and they wake up the next 5 a.m., do you know they have just gotten 5 hours of rest? It is not good for their mentality. It is not building their brain. When they go to sleep and have a good rest, they are also resting their memory, they are resting their brain. And the next morning, they will be fresh in the classroom. Most children who pass their whole night uh, watching movies, not resting, the next day in class, they are sleeping. They are sleeping, they are tired. Any little thing in class, they feel like crying. I want to see mommy, I want to see mommy. Isra Hayat, you're welcome. Isra Hayat, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. She's G Glorious is saying hi to Glory's reality. The next morning, you see them crying in class. Why do they cry in class? They are crying because they are restless, they are tired. The whole night they were watching movies. They didn't have the enough rest. They didn't have some time to go to bed and have good sleep. And now they feel like sleeping in class. And we, the teachers, we will not allow them sleep too because it's learning time. They are in class. Those ones who are already 7 years, 6 years old, they don't sleep at school because beds are mostly provided just for the 2 years old and some some 3 years old kids. Those students from 4 years, 5, 6, 7 years, they do not have beds at school. They do not have that time, that break, that the nap time that they go to break to have some nap. They don't have that time. So you have to make them have that good rest at home. If not, they come to school. We teachers will just maybe torment them, suffer them for nothing. Because at that time, we will not allow them to sleep. When you see them place their heads on the table, you hear the teachers shouting, please don't sleep, stand up, don't sleep, keep jumping. What a stress, you see. So the next day, you see that that child might not even want to come to school because when she tried sleeping in class, the teacher never allowed her to sleep. Okay, I also talk on using a calendar. You can have a calendar, provide a calendar for your house right now. We are in the month of August. We have just 1 month left. Put up the August calendar, and every morning let them tick the calendar. They should be ticking the days. Let them keep ticking the calendars, tick and know the number of days that are left. These days are important because it makes them program themselves, it makes them partition what they have not finished this holiday. Do you also know that there are some students who have not finished their holiday homework? Now, when they are checking the calendar and they know that they have just 5 days, 10 days left for school to resume, they have to go fast and finish the holiday homework too. If there are some children, Lady Matt, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Lady Matt, you're welcome. Thank you, Lady Matt. There are some children who need to use their old school because their old school things. Because before school ended, there were some of their things that were still good that they can still continue with this year. And maybe they placed those things under the beds, they kept them in cupboards. It's time for them to remove those things and start cleaning. I have to remove my shoes and check if it's to take it to the cobbler, the shoemaker. Let me call it that way. The shoemender, or you call it the cobbler. If it's to take it to the shoemender, they will start taking it to the shoemender immediately for mending. They need to start fixing those things. Those students who might want to use their old school bags, they should know that it's time for us to take these old bags to the tailor to fix it if there is any problem. Those things that they need to wash, they need to start washing them right away. So let them tick the calendar as the days are passing. You understand? So when the days are passing, they should tick. We have only 10 days left. Tick. We have just 12 days left. Tick. Until when it's just 2 days left to the D Day, or they will also be excited to begin school. You see? So have them a calendar. We have also talk on the bedtime routines, and we also talk on the back to school shopping. Back to school shopping. That is the core of this thing. That core, this one goes to the parents because at this point the students have little or nothing to say here. Exactly, they are always excited. Yes, Lady Mad, they are always excited. Mommy, it's school time. But do you know, they can only be excited when you make them know that it will be a great year for them. You know, some students are not excited when schools are resuming because they are not prepared psychologically. The parents did not make them to be excited. Buy those things that they like at this time. Attractive things. Now, I also said that when you buy these things, attach a beautiful note to it. Attach a note to it, an attractive note to it. This note can be read, I love you. Okay? You can write, good luck to you this academic year. I love you, my baby. You are beginning a new academic year. I wish you the best. Those are some beautiful words you should use on them, attached to their gift. Do not just go and buy books from the market, 50 books, and you come and throw on the table and you say, John, pick 1080 leaves from there. Mary, pick 20 squares from there. No, make it, use some, you see, some other, present it, let them be excited, put it in packages, seal it, package it, make some design and some flower, and you attach some good messages to it. This goes to John. John, I wish you the best this academic year. Just imagine John already reading, and he gets a parcel from the parent saying that just see what you have done. You have made that child to begin the school year already ready. He will give you the best for this year, the best because he sees that you care. You care. Now let's go back to shopping. It's becoming late. Lady Posh, you're welcome. Thank you, Lady Posh. Thank you for joining. It's becoming very late. We have less than 1 month to prepare for back to school. Have we bought these things that the children need? There are some things we will not try, we will not attempt to say we will not buy for them, except you don't want them to learn. 2 years old, 3 years, 4 years old children not having a lunch bag? What are you saying? What have you bought for her? Is it books? They don't care about books at this time. Those parents who have children at kindergarten, please, this goes to you. Oh, Lady Posh, thank you. Someone also told me that I look good, but I have not seen that. No makeup, no makeup for today. No makeup, no makeup. And you say I'm looking good. So it means I will stop doing makeup because it seems makeup makes me not be beautiful. Yeah. No makeup today, nothing. You see, there wasn't any time to make up, no time. I had to prepare so early to come to school because I am also working this summer holiday. I am having some lessons this summer holiday. So I didn't have enough time to even make up to come and teach today. So that is why you see there is no makeup, no makeup. I am just managing it that way. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you so much for compliment. I was saying that it is almost late for us. It is already late for us. If we haven't bought their school items, please let's do that immediately. By the end of August, you will not have space. You will not be able to pass through the market. I just want to imagine the market in our African communities, in our African countries. The markets at this time are so choked up. So if you have not gone and started your back to school shopping, I really plead you begin immediately. Thank you for sharing, Lady Posh. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you all guys for your wonderful contribution, for your sharing, for the thumb up. Thank you so much. So as I was saying, a kid who is beginning school for her first time, especially those babies, when you are buying, consider their boxes. Very, very important, very important. This goes especially to those schools that food is not offered at school. You know, there are some schools, thank you for thumbs up, Lady Posh, thank you. You know, there are some schools who do not provide food at school. You need to prepare your child's food from home. So buy them very attractive lunch boxes because even at home, they compete with those boxes. The child who has the best lunch box might understand better in class that day. The child whose parents just get a margarine container and just pour the rice inside and send to the child will be frustrated in the classroom because all other children are removing those beautiful and attractive containers and they are removing some. You see, I advise that when you want to buy their lunch boxes, you can look for a bowl that is partitioned maybe in two or into three in a way that if you let's assume that you have fried egg this way, Plantain should be in this other section. If there is some fish, it should be in this section. Don't look for that cup. Let me just call it a cup or a bowl. Don't look for a cup that you put egg, plantain, fish, all mixed in one thing. It is not appetizing and not attractive for them. And when you are preparing their lunch boxes, um, anyways, I will be coming up with this in another presentation to talk about the lunch boxes because there is a lot to say about the children's lunch boxes that parents do not yet know. There is much to talk about. And I'll be saying that in these few days because we need to know that as fast as possible before we start preparing, we start their back to school preparation. So we were talking about shopping, 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 shopping. When you are shopping, when you're buying their books, make sure you buy all those other things that make them happy, like the lunch boxes. I said that. Buy them their good shoes. If you don't have enough money, just a pair is okay. But make sure they must have a new thing that they will attend the first day of school with. The first day of school matters. It matters a lot. There are some parents who always they keep the old things and when it's back to school, the children begin the first day with those old things. And when time passes, they start buying the new things. Oh, we are doing the right thing at the wrong time. Instead, Mommy T, the Shibos, Mommy T, the Shibos, you're welcome, Mommy T, you're welcome. Instead, if you don't have money, make sure that first day of school, it is the day they have to show up. They have to show up. They have to, because let me tell you something. There is something we don't know, and our children are doing it, but we don't know. When they go to school, they compete a lot. They like to show up. Then look at what I have. This is my new bag. Can you see my new bag, my new shoe? And how will your child come with an old bag? The one that he used last year on the first day of school. Please, Nelo's side, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So let us look at the first day of school because it is said in English language that someone said English language. It is said that the first side is always important. The first view is always important. The first expression counts a lot. On the first day of school, they don't have to be frustrated by other students. Other students might frustrate them with their new things, and they might not feel free for the whole of that year. So if you know you will not buy any new thing this year, try to buy a new thing for the first day of school. As they are entering into the school compound on that first day, they should be coming in with those show up materials. It is a secret that parents do not know, but those things play a lot. They play a lot on the children. As they are getting it, they need to show the new point in meaning for that day. Their Christmas shoes, what we always say, we are buying Christmas shoes. There is also back to school shoe. And that shoe, you can wear it on that first day, and your parent takes it back and keeps it back in the cupboard so that you wear it again only on one important day. But on that first day, there is that pointinini. Those children call it pointinini. Mommy pointinini, you hear? There is that pointinini that you must buy on that first day of school with white socks precisely. White socks. On that first day of school, please do not forget that on the first day of school. Many thanks, Rose. This is really interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish I had like 2 hours to chat on this topic. It's so unfortunate. I will have just maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes. Yes, I might be ending maybe in 30 minutes' time because I'll have a lesson. So let the first day of school be very, very good for them. Prepare them well. Now, if you haven't bought books, you are a good teacher. Thank you for compliment, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you haven't bought these things, let me say something. I'm a parent too. I have children who go to school. It's never easy on my side too. I know it is easy to say, but it's very difficult to do it. But I'm telling you the truth. If you can take this advice and do this for your own child, I will appreciate. Because I sometimes say, and I don't even do it for my own children. It's so unfortunate. Do you know there is a say that a carpenter doesn't have a chair at home? It's same with us, the teachers. We teachers give the great advice to parents, to everybody out there, but we forget to take to this advice too. We forget to take to it. If you can listen to what the preacher says and put it in practice, it will be good for you. When the priest is preaching the gospel, do not look at the priest, look at what the priest is preaching. So I am telling you today, don't look at me as Linda. Don't look at me as Linda. Don't ask. She's saying so. Is she sure she has she made shopping for her children? Can she do those same things she's telling us? You're right. But if you can take to the advice and do it, you are doing the best for your child. I really, really urge us to follow these tips to help these children this academic year. You will enjoy them. You will enjoy them. The other day we talk about motivation. When you're motivating your children, it is not only with the words like well done, good, or giving them gifts. Preparing their back to school is also a way to motivate them for the whole year. Because if you prepare the back to school well, if you make them have enough that they are to use for this academic year, they are going to school prepared. It means you have also motivated them. That is also what we call motivation. How have you motivated them for this academic year that is starting? Have you bought them what they like? Have you bought them the most important thing, which is the lunch bags for the kindergarten students? And for elementary students, when I say elementary, I mean 7 years, 8 years, 9, 10 years old children. They also like taking food to school. Have you also bought their own lunch boxes? To not mix their lunch box with their books. Have it out of their bag. It will be helpful. I also talk of going for registration and secure a space for your child. Go for registration. Have you registered them already? I remember in our days when our parents, I will not blame them because I know it wasn't also easy for them. We were one of those children whose parents always go at the last days of school to register us. The last days of back to school to register us, or maybe in the first week of school, when some students have even already started learning. Some of our parents will go to register us maybe 2 days or 3 days after schools have resumed. You are not doing the right thing to that child. You are not making that child motivated for that year. And in some schools, like these public schools, the population is always really there in a way that they have classes like E and even F. Now, those children who are always in the F class are those children who came late, for registration. And most of the times, you see that those students do not have a teacher. Let me clarify you on this. It is mostly to those secondary school students at the secondary level. Now, when you register that child at that period, those are they call it that waiting list. They call that list so that waiting list, meaning that the school did not put them in their program for that year. The school had already made their program. That is why when schools are making their brochures, their publicity papers, they always write there that registration will run from this day to this day. Now, those students who register from between those days, they are programmed. The school already programmed them. Now the school make provisions for them, maybe buy books for them. The school already make benches. ready for those number of students who have registered during that period. The school has also provided them maybe sport wears or the Wednesday wears, like some schools always do, provided with those things for that period. Now, if your child is coming in late and falling in the waiting list or in the F class, do you know before that child will have a sportwear or even a good seat, it will take some time. Before school resume, schools have already programmed their teachers. They know that we gave a limit, a date limit for registration. And these children who have registered today are those students who are coming to our school. And if we have a population of 100 students, then we are going out to look for 5 teachers who will take care of those 100 students. When those 5 teachers come, they have already partitioned them in classrooms they will work. And now, when you're coming to register your child late, that child will be sent to that extra class, the late comer class. That late comer class is always having lack of teachers. There is always a problem with teachers. Teachers are never coming on time. Teachers are never enough in that class. It is going especially to those secondary school learners. Please, parents, let's prepare back to school now. Let's prepare them now. Registration now, immediately. Please, if you haven't registered, go in for that. Right away, go and register your child. Take a list of books immediately. Take a list of uniforms immediately. If there is a Wednesday where they should also be preparing to iron and keep those things in order. Cancel your taking, our parents, all this. God bless you. Thank you, Lady Ma. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I also talk of finding a go to school friend. A go to school friend. You have enrolled them. Now you need to look for a companion. Who is this companion? Who is this friend that you will love your child to go to school and come back with? Who is this friend that you would like them to always be together? That when she comes back home, she will talk about that friend. You are a parent and you have been seeing the children around your environment. You know the ones who are morally brought up. There is no crime approaching that child and making the child a friend to your own child. When after registering, know the children who will attend that school, the same school you have registered your child in. You see, know those children who will attend that same school that you have registered your child in. When you know those children, approach the ones that you know that you have been eyeing and you see that it is a child from a good background. You know children who are from good backgrounds. In our environment, we know those families. We know those families that we would like our children to be friends with. And we also have some families that we will never like our children to be friends with. Now, if unfortunately your child had already made a relationship, a friendly relationship with a child from another family, that you don't love that family, then maybe that family is not a good family around your society. You don't have any choice. You won't stop them, but you will rather help them. You will rather help build the morale of the friend. You will rather give that child some advice. You will rather help and mold the child to be the best or to be what you want your child to mingle with, to be who you want your child to have a relationship with. Let's assume that it's just a kindergarten child. That one is so easy. But now, when it comes to secondary school students, it's very difficult because they have their own choices. And sometimes they avoid to make you know these choices because they have their things they do that they don't want us parents to know. It is the more reason why we need to be very close to them and question them of their expectation for this year. We spoke of expectation for this year. What do you want your what do you want your child to be? to be at school this year? Ask your children those questions. What are your expectations for this year? Do you feel like being the first in your classroom this year? Would you love to be first this year? Who will you choose as a friend this year? Would you like to choose a girl or a boy as a friend this year? Let her give you her reasons for choosing a particular friend. And now let her introduce to you the friend she has chosen. If during holidays the secondary students haven't made some friends, immediately school begins, the first week of school, host I'm watching at the background, I just coming from work, I have a shower. Yeah, lady Posh, sorry. I know you always come back at this time. Sorry for that. Thank you. Just listen to us at the background. No problem. No problem. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing and thank you for participating. I really appreciate everybody this morning. I thank you all this morning for coming to share with me. It is a great topic we shouldn't miss. Now, when school begins, if that secondary school child of yours hasn't chosen a friend yet, immediately school starts, the first week of school, intervene and know the friend she has made already. Then be a close friend to that child's friend too. That parent should bring that child's friend closer to her so that when they have some information which are useful, they will feel free to bring those information to you. If you don't make them come close to you or feel free, they might hide so many things. Let me tell you, these secondary school students are so dangerous. These are our children. Yes, they are. I don't know, but there are things they do that are dangerous. They don't do it willingly, it is just their age. They are at that excited moment that they just want to do everything they have never done in life. So it is the highest time we need to be very close to them to know what is going around their life. So sit and talk with them, make good friends, and choose a good go to school friend for your child. A go to school friend is important. Now, we also talk of childcare before and after school. Most parents do not have time, they don't have enough time. So they are never available to prepare children before school, in the morning, and after school. If you know you will not be available, what is the advice now? Look for this helper that will take your place during school time. Look for a good maid, look for a good house help, look for a good family member that can come and stay with you and take care of these children before and after school. In the morning, they might wake up so early and you will still be resting because you are also tired because you work. Let's take, for example, someone like Lady Potch is just coming back from work. You see? So if she doesn't have someone to take care of the children at this hour, how would that look like? So it means that you have to look for somebody and start training now so that when school starts, that person will help your children, help prepare the children for you in the morning. That person will take a place of a mother at this time. When you come back, you catch up. That is just what we are saying. It's just a short advice that will help us all. It's just something that will help us all. Yes. And to have a rundown of what I had for you this morning before I leave in less than 3 minutes. To have a rundown, Isra Hayat TV, thank you. Isra Hayat TV, thank you. Thank you all for thumb up. Thank you all. And thank you all for joining me this morning. And to have a brief rundown of what I put in place. Yes, Isra Hayat. Thank you, you're still here. I can see you. Thank you so much. To have a rundown of what I prepared this morning, I said we should have a calendar. We should use a calendar that will tick on daily basis and know the number of school days that are left. They should start their bedtime routine. They should start going to bed early and waking up early too. Holiday is over, let me say so. They should start their bedtime routine. You should go in for a back to school shopping immediately if you haven't done that, because very soon market will be congested. You should prepare lunch boxes for them, attractive lunch boxes, beautiful ones that they will be able to show off with at school. Thank you. Find a go to school friend. You have to find a go to school friend. You have to talk about holiday. Holiday homework. I didn't mention holiday homework. Yeah, some of them who haven't done their homework and you haven't created a good space for them to use for their homework, you can create a nice environment for them right now. Some parents always build a place around the house or at the veranda that has a good shelter where there is no sun, a good shade where there is no sun, so that they can always study when they come back from school. Because where they also do their homework is important. Where they do their homework is important. If it is not comfortable enough, it will not always be uh, attractive for them. You see them not even happy to do homework because the environment is not a good one for learning or for homework. So provide a homework environment for them right away. Start planning on that. Go for registration and secure their space so that they will not come in the list of how do we call that list again? Waiting list. Show them that you think about them. Everything you have bought for them for this back to school, attach a note to it and write good and attractive comments. Tell them that you love them. Wish them good luck for this academic year. Present to them as a gift, as a package. They will enjoy it. They'll be motivated to begin school. Make the unknown environment more familiar, especially to those babies of kindergartens. They should be able to know that we will be having a new home soon. So make them to come and visit that home and be used to the administration and the teachers. So deal with the expectations. Ask them what they were expected to at school this year. Would they like to be the first in their class? And you start pushing them towards that goal. And the last one, childcare before and after school. Someone who will help them before and after school. Thank you so much. It is the end. I really appreciate your coming today. God bless you all. I will see you again this week with another interesting classroom tips, another school tips, and another everything concerning education tips. Thank you once more. Goodbye.